What's going on, world?
Hey.
We back again with an update for you. As you can see, we got the update.
Mhm.
So, we're gonna just jump right into it. So, everybody, this is Royce.
This is Royce.
He a little
Get off his head like
upset
that.
right now.
This is Royce. He is 2 weeks as of Tuesday of this week. Ooh, he's a little wet. 2 weeks this week. I posted the last video at
39 weeks.
39 weeks. So
At 40 weeks, we was in the hospital.
Right.
Trying to get little Royce out.
We were not. He came on the 14th, or no, he came on the 12th, and he was due on the 16th, so he was 4 days early.
Yeah, I don't know where the 14th came from.
We started to do a labor and delivery, and then it was terrible. Like, okay, it was not, yes, it was terrible. It started off pretty good. We got induced on
The 11th.
On a Monday night. We were already having contractions. I think we got to the hospital. They were like, I don't know, 15 minutes apart or something. But my cervix wasn't dilated. So they gave us some kind of a medicine. And I think we did like three doses.
Or 4 rounds or something.
We did 3. I think it was 3 doses. If not, it was 4. And my cervix had opened up. I don't know, like early in the morning. What time was it? It was early. We got started at like 9 on Monday, and he was born at
4:48 on Tuesday.
Yeah, so we were in labor for 19 hours, almost 20, before he came. And we didn't get epidural until we were like 7 centimeters dilated. I ended up having to have an emergency C-section, but my water had already broke. We started off with the non-medicated labor. And then once we got so far along, they had us hooked up to like some machine where it checks his heart rate and my heart rate, and his heart rate started to drop. So they tried to wait a little longer to see if maybe laying on my left side will get his heart rate to come back up, because he was breathing better on that side instead of the right side. And it did a little bit, but not a lot. Once we were fully dilated, we tried to push a little bit and his heart rate dropped. And
I didn't want to keep having him going into distress, and so that's when they decided to go ahead and we're gonna do the C-section so we can get him on out safely before any complications began to arise.
Right, because we all know that Royce is an IVF baby, so we were leery about how he made his great entrance into the world. But it wasn't that bad. Like, we really had an okay labor and delivery. It didn't get bad until like my water broke. My water broke at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and after that it was terrible.
Yeah, I think I was getting cussed out.
He did not get
Left and right.
He did not get cussed out. Don't listen to him. It was not that bad. I think I was the it factor. It was worse for me than anybody else in the room. The hard part for everybody else was to sit and watch me go through all of that pain.
Yeah.
But yeah, so up until then it wasn't bad. We tried not to do the epidural just because we read about like the after effect that women have, which is what we tried to avoid. But we couldn't get a C-section without pain meds, so that is what it is. And then It was hard to go without the epidural too because once my water broke and we started to have contractions, it was hard to not push. So like every time I was having a contraction, I was pushing and I wasn't fully dilated yet. So it was causing a lot of distress on him as well. And then I was dry heaving. I felt like, I was going to throw up. When I stood up and tried to walk it out, I felt like I was going to pass out. So my body was just going through a lot. And I think I needed the pain medicine to kind of bring it down because after that, things got way better. So it didn't get bad until after my water broke. Anybody that wants to go natural, I definitely think that you should try it before getting the epidural. Like I said, we were 7 centimeters dilated. Water already had been broken for, what time did we get that?
I don't know. But if you gonna try to go without the medicine and it start getting too much, then get the medicine because you're gonna have to wait regardless.
Yes.
You gotta go through
that was
a
terrible.
bag and a half more of the IV they gotta put into you before they can give you the epidural. So you still got about 30 minutes to an hour before they can start the epidural. So it's not gonna be no quick process. So that's just time that you in more pain.
It felt like forever. It was terrible. It was terrible. Yes, don't wait that long. If you that was terrible. It was terrible. I can't even explain it to you in any other way other than it was terrible. That was the worst pain I think I've ever. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. But before then, it was beautiful. Like we did the music, and Rob was really calm. My baby sister was in the room for most of it. But everybody was just so calm. Like we had good laughs. It was a nice time until the water broke. And we didn't get the epidural as soon as my water broke. We waited. I think so. He was born at 4:48, and I don't think we got it until
12:30, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, you think it was that early? He knows better than me, because I feel like I was in labor for 30 years. I was the longest 19 hours of my life, but it was so worth it. In the end, I didn't prepare for a C-section, like, period. And I think my grandmother had said from the beginning, like, that was that's going to end up happening. We knew that he was going to be a big baby. There was a lot of factors that played into why we induced at 39 weeks instead of waiting until he naturally came, or waiting until after 40 weeks. Like, we were having a lot of problems, and we ended up suffering from or still, even now, still going through postpartum preeclampsia. So we came home with Royce, and we were back in the hospital a week later for postpartum preeclampsia. So, like I said, there was a lot of reasons that played into why we induced at 39 weeks instead of waiting, because we started to have complications towards the end, like the last 10 weeks is when it got rough. The swelling was worse. The swelling was a lot worse. And I've been swelling since 4 months pregnant, but at 30 weeks, it got worse. Like, I had to stop working a month and a half earlier than what I planned, because my feet were so big and my hands started to swell. I got some swelling in my face. So it got bad. And it was okay after we had him, like maybe the first 2 or 3 days, and it just went down drastically. And it was like, okay, this is perfect. This is what we've been waiting for. And
it don't take nothing lightly. If something's going wrong, get it looked at, checked out, because you never know. I always want to be safe.
Yeah.
Whatever, so.
Yeah. always be cautious. If it seems normal, it's not normal. Like I had headaches, and they say that that is, you know, high blood pressure and preeclampsia. Get it checked out. But because I've always had migraines, no. If you feel like something is not right, then it's not right. And even if it is okay, still get it checked out just because you want to avoid, you know, any issues. Having another person is definitely a lot. And I'm sure that any mama and daddy can attest for that. It definitely takes a toll on, you know, the mom hard, but it takes a toll on dad as well. So we've been blessed and things have been good. It's been pretty good so far. Now we got the blood pressures and everything down. He's such a good baby. He barely ever cries. We don't have any issues with him or anything like that. And today is Thanksgiving, and we will get this video posted today and edited. We just wanted to come and give you guys an update because we weren't as consistent with posting throughout the pregnancy. And it's just because we wanted to take time to enjoy this moment and this first pregnancy after everything that we went through to get him. It was just about enjoying the experience and embracing every moment. So we wanted to take time out to introduce Royce to everybody and to make a video. We are going to be more consistent. Our I'm not at work, but Rob's work schedule is all over the place. But we are going to sit down and map out a time to post more and be more consistent in our posts now that we have him. And get back to our Marriage Mondays and Testimony Thursdays. We do have a lot to update you guys on because so much has happened. I think that's it. I don't have anything else to say except for happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. And we'll definitely be on here more, getting you guys, you know, the motivation and the inside scoop and you know.
We back with our marriage series because we definitely have a lot of content wrote down. We have a lot to put out. We just haven't had time to sit down and actually do what we said we were going to do. But moving forward, that's going to be different. We want everybody to like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to leave our social media handles down below. And anything you want to say? Well,
probably it for this one.
Right. Blessings to everybody. Like we said before, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And the end of the year is approaching. So make sure you just end it strong. 2020 is going to be a great year for everybody.
Yes, it is.
And we'll see you guys later.
All right.
Deuces.